In this video, we're going to make a sticker design in Inkscape and import it to Design Space. The sticker will be text and a shape intended to go on a laptop or notebook. The text will be a name, Harold, and the shape will be an owl. I want the sticker to be about 8 inches by 2 inches. Let's get started. I'm going to hit the Windows key, start typing Inkscape, and then select Open. And you'll see we've got essentially what looks like a sheet of paper. Go to File, Document Properties, and you'll see under Front Page and Display, our unit is set to millimeters. We're going to change both to inches, and width to 8 and height to 2. There is no OK button. Click X to close. Our work area has changed size. I'm going to zoom in by using Control and Scroll. I'm going to make this window smaller so I can see my work area. I'm going to select my font or text tool by clicking on text, and I'm going to type Harold. Now there are a couple ways to change this font size and style. I can highlight it and click in the drop down here, or I can click on text and font, which will open a new menu over here. You'll notice if I click on a different font, it doesn't change automatically. I have to click apply. A couple of things to note. We're in the text tool. I want to talk about the select tool a little bit. I'm going to click on select, and we have new information at the top. Each tool on the left gives you different options here. What we're seeing is the position of these letters, and we're seeing how wide and how tall they are in inches. And I have a lock icon, which will keep things proportional. So when I try to resize this, I won't get very tall letters or maybe very short letters. So let me fix this by using undo. That's Control Z. I'm going to click on the lock, and you'll see I can click any one of these. I'm going to click on the lock and grab the corner handle, and it does it proportionally. I also have, rotate options here. And at the bottom, the status bar with this object selected tells me that I'm using text. This will be a vinyl sticker. I do not want to use this text. I'm going to use Impact, which is a nice chunky font. If you are new to vinyl cutting and weeding vinyl, Impact is a nice starter one. It is very simple, but it's also very clean. I also would like this font to fill more of the space, so I'm gonna increase it to the largest font size and see if it fits. It does fit a little bit, but it's off the work area, so I'm gonna click on it and drag it down. Now that I'm done altering the text, I'm going to change it into a path by going to Path and Object to Path. And you'll see at the bottom, the info says it is now a path. And once you've changed it to a path, you can't change the font face. So this part comes last. If you decide, you know what, I want a different font, you can do Control Z and the path will become text again. And you can simply go back and pick another font. So now I also want to find a simple owl illustration. It's time-consuming to use real-life photos to make outline shapes. Silhouette images are quick, and they are a lot like the final product. So I'm going to open a browser, do a Google image search for owl silhouette, and I'm going to go with a simpler design. If you have a lot of contrast, there will be a lot of weeding. So these solid silhouettes, fairly quick to weed. You don't have inner shapes to weed out. These feather shapes you would be pulling out. I'm going to use a simple owl shape like this one. You can usually click and save the image. I'm going to use the snip and sketch tool instead to just take a little snip here, copy it, go back to Inkscape, and then paste them. Now you'll see at the bottom, I'm working with an image. I do also need this to be a path. Inkscape has a process for that under Path and Trace Bitmap. It defaults to the single scan option, which is what we want. I can click apply, and you'll see there's a smaller box now. I can click either this, or if I knew where the box was behind it, click that. So I'm going to make sure I have the image selected, drag this over, delete it, and I'm going to tweak my owl shape here by using the path node tool. I'm going to click on that. And so all of these are just the little shapes that go into making this. And I'm going to just like make his wings a little bit bigger, you know. This can get very messy very quickly, but it's good practice because the more confident you get editing nodes, the more you can customize and fix your own original designs. So I do think it's always good to practice when you have an opportunity. Okay, I'm going to go back to my select tool to see how this looks. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I might make him just the tiniest bit bigger. So you see, if I click again, I get these curved arrows. That's to rotate this. I'm going to click again to get the regular enlarge, and then just position him here. Select both of these, and then go to Object and Group. Okay, don't forget to save your file. We use the default SVG format. I'm going to save to desktop so I can find it later. And I can import this into Cricut Design Space. Thanks for watching.